If you're sitting there in your late 50s, feeling completely exhausted but absolutely terrified to pull the pin, I know exactly how you feel. When I decided to retire at age 60, everyone had a warning for me. The blokes at work told me I was going to die of boredom. The financial advisors warned me that if I stopped working too soon, I would run out of money and end up eating baked beans. Even my own family warned me that without a job to go to, I would lose my purpose, lose my edge, and probably drive my wife completely mad by pacing around the house all day. Society drills it into your head that you must keep doing hard yakka until you are 65 or 67. If you step away early, you are lazy or you are making a massive mistake. But here is the brutal truth that nobody tells you. Everything I feared was completely wrong. The things I thought I would miss, I did not miss at all. The corporate stress I thought I could handle, I actually couldn't. And the absolute freedom that everyone said would feel reckless just felt incredibly right. Today, I am going to share exactly what happens when you escape the rat race earlier than most. Not the glossy brochure version, but the real, honest truth. Let us start with the biggest lie of all, the idea that you will miss the structure of a job. Before I retired, everyone told me, "Bruce, you are going to miss the people. You are going to miss the routine. You are going to miss feeling needed." And to be fair, I did believe them. I thought I would wake up on a Monday morning and feel completely lost without a schedule to follow. What I actually felt was pure, unadulterated relief. I want you to think about Sunday night. You know exactly what I'm talking about. It is 7 p.m. on a Sunday, the news is on the television, you are sitting on the couch, and there is a low-grade anxiety humming in the back of your brain. You're already doing a mental rehearsal of Monday morning. You're thinking about the inbox, the commute, the boss, and the sheer pressure of bracing yourself for another 5 days of the grind. The very first Sunday night after I retired, that humming noise was completely gone. I noticed it immediately. I did not lose my purpose when I retired. I lost the pressure. And those two things are entirely different. I still wake up with a purpose. I still build things. I still work on projects in the shed. I still help my family. I just do not do it on someone else's timeline or under the threat of a performance review. You will not miss the circus, and you definitely will not miss the clowns. Here is the second realisation, and this is the one that catches most Aussies completely off guard. If you are 58 or 59 right now, you probably wake up feeling stiff. Your back hurts, your energy is low, and you fall asleep in the armchair at 8:30 p.m. You look in the mirror and you tell yourself, "Well, I am just getting old. This is what ageing feels like. Suck it up and get on with it." Turns out you were probably wrong. You are not just getting old, you were severely burned out. There is a massive physical difference between ageing and chronic exhaustion. When you stay in a high-stress, high-responsibility mode for 30 or 40 years, fatigue becomes your normal state of being. You carry the weight of a mortgage, raising kids, and keeping a boss happy for decades. You don't even question the exhaustion anymore. You just power through it with another cup of coffee. I did not realise how completely exhausted I actually was until the pressure finally stopped. Retiring did not make me lazy. It allowed my nervous system to finally catch up. Once the chronic corporate stress evaporated, my body physically changed. I stopped carrying tension in my shoulders. My sleep improved dramatically. I stopped waking up at 3 a.m. worrying about a spreadsheet. A lot of Australians in their late 50s are walking around thinking their bodies are failing them. In reality, they are just running on absolute fumes. When you pull the pin, you get your humanity back. The third thing that changes is how you view the clock. When you are working full-time, your life is scheduled down to the absolute minute. Your time belongs to morning traffic, to meetings, to lunch breaks and to deadlines. Even your Saturday mornings feel rushed because you have to cram all your chores into a 2-day weekend before the whole cycle starts again. Your time is never actually yours. It is constantly borrowed. After I pulled the pin at 60, something very subtle but incredibly powerful happened. Time softened. Mornings stopped being a military launch sequence. I could sit on the back deck with a cup of coffee and actually watch the sun come up without checking my watch every 3 minutes. I can go for a long walk on a random Tuesday morning and I do not feel like I am wagging work or getting away with something illegal. You finally have the margin to just think. At our age, chronic stress compounds. It eats away at your patience, especially with the people you love the most. When you own your own time, that stress stops compounding. You become a better spouse, a better parent, and a better mate, simply because you are not constantly rushing to the next obligation.
We need to talk about the financial fear, because it is the main reason you are still at your desk. The financial planners and the suits in Sydney sell you a very specific version of retirement. They hand you a glossy brochure showing a silver-haired couple drinking champagne on a luxury cruise ship in Europe. They tell you that unless you have $1.5 million in your superannuation, you cannot afford to be free. Before I retired, I had a subtle fear that freedom had to be expensive. I thought I needed a massive budget to be happy.
Here is the honest truth. Freedom at age 60 is not flashy. It is peaceful. True wealth is taking a nap on a Wednesday afternoon without feeling guilty. It is going to the local bakery and having a pie with your wife without staring at your mobile phone. It is knowing that Monday morning is just another day, not a prison sentence. When you stop chasing more, what you already have suddenly starts feeling like enough. And living a simple, peaceful life costs far less money than the financial industry wants you to believe. You do not need the fantasy $1 million version of retirement to be happy. You just need enough cash flow to cover the bills, buy a beer, and own your own time. The final shift is the hardest one, but it is the one that sets you free. It is the shift in your identity. In Australia, the very first question someone asks you at a barbecue is, "What do you do for a crust?" For decades, we introduce ourselves by our job titles. We measure our entire worth as a human being by what we produce, how much we earn, and how high we climbed up the ladder. When you retire, especially if you do it early, at 60, you step completely out of that performance loop. There are no more promotions. There is no more proving your value to a company. At first, that can feel incredibly scary. You feel like a nobody. But after a few months, it becomes deeply peaceful. You realise something that you should have known all along. Your worth as a human being was never supposed to be tied to your economic output. When I retired, my life did not shrink. It expanded. It became mine again. I stopped being an employee and went back to being a bloke. Now, let me be very clear. I am not telling you to walk into your boss's office tomorrow morning, spit the dummy and quit your job if you do not have a financial plan. That is reckless and it will end in disaster. You need to run the maths. You need to know your super balance, your living costs and the rules around the age pension. But if you have done the math and you were sitting there at 58 or 59 totally exhausted, just waiting for permission to step away, I want you to know something. Retirement does not steal your purpose. It gives it back to you. The fear of stepping away is always much louder than the reality of actually doing it. If a simple, quiet life is enough for you, you are probably much closer to freedom than you think. I pulled the pin at 60 and I do not regret a single second of it. So, let me ask you a question. What are you actually most afraid of? Are you afraid of running out of money, losing your identity, or just getting bored? Drop it in the comments below. I guarantee you are not the only one feeling it. and I read every single comment. If this video gave you a bit of peace of mind, hit that like button to push it out to other Aussies who are stressed at their desks right now. If you want to support an independent bloke keeping the facts straight, hit subscribe and click the join button below. I'm the Retired Aussie, and I will see you in the next one.